Good morning. Good morning. It is Monday morning. Rise and shine. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week, chat about what's going on in the world of weather. February 17th. What? We're almost on our way to March. What? That also means that the hurricane forecast is just mere days away. Okay, then. Good stuff. Good stuff. The weather outside, fantastic. Have you stepped out yet? I took the dog out. Here's a live look at our Tower Cam network. There's Disney Springs, just a couple of clouds over top of us. Let's head over see what's doing in Tavares. Oh, man. That's a beautiful morning. Ocala, let's head up your way, see what things are looking like. Blue sky, I reckon. Oh, yeah. That'll do. That'll do, Piggy. That'll do. Downtown Orlando looking good. Beaches. Let's head over to Volusia, see what's doing New Smyrna Beach. Yeah. You know what's funny, though? Like, I get that it's a day off, but it's kind of a cool start. Already a lot of the walkers out there enjoying. Port Canaveral will make you our last stop. So pretty. Oh, look at that. The SpaceX ship is there. Megan. That's kind of cool. It's not every day you get to see the. I think that's a fairing recovery ship, if memory serves correctly. And then, of course, you've got Utopia of the Seas right behind. So, all right. It's looking good out there. Certainly nothing to see on our first warning live Doppler radar. Did get it fixed yesterday. Poor guy at our radar vendor company couldn't diagnose the issue at his house. He literally had to drive to the factory to get whatever he needed to fix our system. So anyway, there's that. So it's gorgeous outside. Cold front is sliding into South Florida, and as a result, you can see that cool air advection moving on in. 53 in Orlando right now. It's 50 degrees in Leesburg, 48 outside in Ocala, and 47 in Palm Coast. So chilly air for sure moving in. It's going to be an absolutely beautiful day. If you've got plans today, make sure to enjoy them every little bit that you can. Here's a look at the 12-hour forecast. And today for President's Day, it's gorgeous. Look at that. More and more sun shining. 62, 11 o'clock, 66 by 1 p.m., 68 degrees, our high temperature. So it's looking good in the neighborhood, right? Today, highs in the lower 60s north of us, right? Like Palm Coast, 60 degrees, 62 in New Smyrna Beach, lower 70s for our southern spots. Otherwise, it's just a beautiful start to our day, right? And when we look at temperatures right now for our forecast compared to our averages, we're running below average. We were in the 80s for a while, but yeah, there you go. 60s for highs, average temperatures in the 70s. So today's forecast definitely cooler than yesterday, right? Look at that. Mm, I love that. I love that so much. So much. Just such a beautiful forecast. How we doing? Are we excited? We excited about the sunshine? Good, because we've got it for today. We've even got it for tomorrow. But notice on Wednesday, there's a little asterisk. We've got some changes. All right, so let's take a look at what's happening for Wednesday. All right, first off, cold front south of us is looking good. Tomorrow we're going to be looking good, starting to get more of an easterly fetch. Could see a sprinkle, especially the further south you live. But into Wednesday morning, there's 10 a.m. Storm system will be approaching us. That storm system starts to bring in the rainfall. Now, the exact track of that low will determine any kind of feistiness in our forecast, okay? At the moment, we're not looking at anything too bad, right? But definitely one of those things we'll have to watch for in terms of severity. All right. So Wednesday evening, showers, thunder showers kind of moving in. Let's take a look at our futurecast model here. Today being Monday, we should be able to get a pretty decent look out that far. Yeah. All right. So here's Wednesday afternoon, 2 p.m. on Futurecast. Looking good. Notice though, 4 p.m. Wednesday, 5 p.m. Wednesday, showers, thunder showers moving in, 6, 7 o'clock. And determining the atmosphere is going to be key in kind of determining what kind of intensity we'll be dealing with. The good news, though, is by 8, 9 o'clock, that rain should be able to clear out of our area. And of course, once it does so, we'll be able to rest easy, not have to worry about, a big severe threat. All right? Sound good? We okay with everything? Yeah? Carbon Fiber says, oof, but we do need the rain. Yeah, we do. Here's the Keach Byram Drought Index. Again, kind of soil moisture measuring, basically. Lake County definitely getting into that drier register. I kind of always use the litmus test of this yellow shade here. Lake County has gotten there. The rest of the metro is kind of starting. We're one shade, two shades away from it. So little by little, we're getting there, you know? The drought monitor continues to show a moderate drought. Nothing, thankfully, nothing severe for us. But if we look at the entire state, definitely watching South Florida starting to get into a severe drought for parts of the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast there, right? So starting to see that happening. And when we look at the rain numbers, it's just one of those things we know we're kind of in the core of the dry season and we could definitely use some rainfall. So definitely looking forward to Wednesday's rain. All right, and then yeah, there's some rain Sunday that's in the forecast. We have to dial that down. It's a little early to really get into much, but it's Princess Weekend over at Disney. Princess Half Marathon, Princess 10K weekend. So there's going to be a lot of Run Disney folks that are in town. We're going to be watching the forecast for you. Don't worry. We just need to let that come into focus a little bit more. Okay? Matt says dinner on Wednesday looks like a soup day. I know I'm working a night shift this week, but I cannot remember which day. Working a night shift on Thursday. So, okay. So, have to keep that in mind myself. Car got the Florida car wash. There you go. There you go. Yep. Kara says next few days are looking heavenly for temps. I would agree with that. I would absolutely agree with that. Don't know what part of the world you're in, but I'm in Columbus, Ohio, and it's 7 below. Don't. We're in Central Florida. Beautiful Orlando, Melbourne, Daytona Beach area. Yeah, come on down. The airport. Granted, the airport is registering delay. I would say the airport's open for business, but actually, if you're traveling, Charles Warren, neighbor and frequent coffee talker, reported delays this morning. So 177 flights that are being worked right now are on time. 77 current delays, 16 cancellations. So through the airport, Orlando International has canceled 16 flights and a total of 66 delays through the day. This is just kind of the current board that they're working. It's not particular airlines. 3 Spirit cancellations, 3 American cancellations, 2 Republic cancellations, 2 Frontier cancellations, 2, but there's definitely stuff happening. So if you're traveling today, check with your air carrier, okay? I was going to say the airport's open for business. It is open for business, but there may be some cancellations. Tim's asking, are those long sleeves this morning? They're long sleeves this morning. We're going to go for a little family trip today. Taylor, are we going to do pillow talk, coffee talk since you have the night shift? I mean, we're definitely going to still do coffee talk. I don't know that we're going to do pillow talk. By that point, I'm super, super tired. Is that for me? Stay right there. Can I see it? You drew this? Stay right there. What is this? Stay. Yeah, it's a lightning bolt. Thanks, buddy. Oh, you're fine. I told him to stay there because he's in his underwear because this is what the kids, this is what the kids do. This is his lightning bolt, so that's cute. It makes sense. Ah, good times. This Volusia counselor is happy to be sipping coffee with you on my day off. Lisa, good morning. Thanks for all that you do. Well, thank you for all that you do, Lisa. Very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Kara, gonna grab some barbecue up in Georgia. Frank says someone doesn't want to share. It's not that I don't want to share the camera. The boy's just in his underwear, and I just, you know, it's trying to keep appropriate. You understand. You understand. My brother Frank, whom I've seen in his underwear far too many times. Decades ago, of course. Decades ago. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. All right. So we've got a good looking 7-day forecast. Questions, anyone? How we looking? By you, do you have any questions, comments, concerns? Frank says something. Oh, so you're still always in. Got it. Got it. Yeah, thankfully we don't have any lightning bolts until like Wednesday. So there's that. 2 hour delay for schools opening in southern Ohio and eastern Kentucky. Flooding topped with about an inch of snow. That's a mess. That's a mess. Cheryl says wind was bad here. Yeah, it got gusty yesterday for sure. But let's see. Carbon fiber got some decent wind gusts. So let me do this. Let's pull up. Let me do this. Okay. Air temperature. Max wind gust. That's today. Let's go to yesterday. 17. Let's go to the 16th. No, not July, you goober. February 16th, 11 p.m. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. I think that I can just pop this up. Let's look at yesterday's wind gusts. Okay, of course. So historical. We'll do wind gusts. We'll do yesterday, the 16th. All right. So these are the peak wind gusts. The 16th, 11:59. That doesn't. That's not right. Why is it only showing? Oh, max wind gust. There we go. All right. Max wind. I'm like, I know I'm seeing it on the other screen correctly. Okay. Here's max wind gust. So I'm going to just omit like the through 30 miles an hour. So there you go. I mean, you know, had some decent gusts yesterday, right? Let's come up to the north and see our northern spots. Look at that. Ocala area had a gust of looks like 41. Is that at the Ocala? Yep, the Ocala airport had a gust of 41. Had a gust of 40 in Port Orange. I mean, I was in Ponce Inlet. I didn't see anything that significant, but Winter Springs gust of 40, DeLand 44. Between Lake Pennsauken and Leesburg, it looked like we had a gust of 42. Right, Brevard. Now, all of those sensors at Brevard understand at the Kennedy Space Center, there's all kinds of wind measuring equipment at different heights. So some of those are not going to be right at the surface. Some of those are going to be at wind towers and things like that. But 40, 45, yeah. So, I mean, it was definitely a gusty day. It was definitely a gusty day. Super glad we don't have to deal with that stuff today, right? Yeah. Very, very happy with that. Tim says, my wife's school just went virtual learning today in Kentucky, flooding covered with snow is no joke. Longing for New Smyrna Beach. Tim, we're still here. You just come back and relax, and then you go back, you do your thing. I understand why you're there. Memories of Charlotte, Tim. Memories of Charlotte. I'm assuming it's based on how the front comes in. Yeah, so essentially the winds are caused by the pressure gradient force. And the pressure gradient force is because a cold front is essentially an area of low pressure. And so what you end up with is on the backside of a front, you end up with high pressure kind of pushing in and leveling it out. And so it's kind of interesting. I posted this tweet yesterday showing, and you know, I can just do this 5-minute raw. All right, so let's do this. Studio. Let's look at that front moving through, and I'm just going to use Orlando International Airport as an example, okay? So this is 5-minute observation for Orlando International Airport. And Oh, you know what? Let's not use MCO because they aren't taking 5-minute obs. So let's use my home airport, Sanford. Perfect. And let's make it a little smaller. That way you can see the time. And so you can see. All right, perfect. All right, so let's just you can see right in here, right? This is the time frame that we had the front move through. So notice the temperature went from 82.4 to 80.6, and then 5 minutes later, 68, 62, and it sat there, right? And if you look at the winds, you can see the winds. And as they turn direction from the west southwest, can you see? Oh, you can't see the wind. Let me move the direction. From the west southwest, yeah, you could see where the winds turn. So anyway, it's like the winds they turn and then it kind of just gets reset. So um, that's how fronts move is they turn the wind and then you kind of get this rush of pressure and then as it levels out, your winds are going to calm down a little bit. That's kind of though the setup when you get your severe weather. So the good news is we didn't get any truly severe weather. Had some rain, had some gusty winds, but such is life. It was so awesome. Walked outside after dinner and it was pleasantly chilly after a hot day. Indeed, right? Yeah, Carbon Fiber says Central Florida got some decent thunderstorms and winds, but yeah, coastal areas and south of the metro, not as bad. Truth, truth, truth. Want it to get warm weather. Well, Stacy and Gary, we've got the warm weather coming. Let me dial up the so there's that. If I hit sign in, Eigewalt. Um, is that the password? It is the password. Very good. All right, so let's go to the GFS. So there's the GFS raw numbers for high temperatures. All right, so we've got like this nice little cooler stretch here, but at least the GFS is saying starting 25th, 26th, 27th into early March, we should start to warm things up. There you go. Good times. Janice, yes. So that's raw GFS, but that's looking beyond the 7-day forecast. Mindy says Orlando City has its opening season match this Saturday at 7:30. We'll have a forecast graphic for it. Yeah. Hopefully that front that's coming in this upcoming weekend will be in a little later than that. But before the Princess or after the Vault. See, that's the thing. The Princess half marathon is Sunday morning. Not an ideal forecast, but it is what it is. Yeah. Oh, well. All right. Questions, comments, concerns, friends? Great. I don't need that much of a warm up. I mean, it's we're I think Mother Nature's trying to throw us into pool weather, right? Now, what we were just looking at with those graphs, that's raw model data. This is an actual forecast made by one Kellyanne Class, Penn State alum. And then understand too, when is it? Is it the hurricane season forecast comes out? Do we even have, let's see, how many days? We're putting the forecast out the 28th. So 11 days. Holy moly. 11 days. Carbon Fiber says GFS is doing its thing. Don't look at the end. We can look at the end. 11 days until the hurricane season forecast comes out. All right, let's look. You can't tell me not to look at the. Okay. Got a nice little storm coming through the Gulf. Need to double check that, see that that fits our pattern. Noted. High pressure building in. Oh, what are you? Got to see if you fit the pattern. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if that's happening, that's the 23rd, 24th. Hour 384. What am I looking at for hour 384? Is it a temperature thing? What am I looking at, Matt? This is hour 384. That doesn't look crazy. So what am I missing? Nope, that pattern is closed this year. You gotta see what you are, though. Let's see, that's the 23rd, so hold on. That would be January 12th. So you know I'm going to come over here and I'm going to look at January 12th real fast. Let's do it together. You know I'm not going to leave you out to dry. January 12th. Let's get that dialed up. January. There's a front. Yep, there's rain in South Florida. Uh-huh. Kind of fits. There's a part of the pattern. And if we go January 12th, it'll be December 1st. December 1st. There you go. Little subtle hint of something. Yeah. A subtle little hint. So that's definitely something to bring back up to Jeremy. Just to make sure, this is like it's like the key time for the hurricane forecast. So it's definitely notes that we need to put together there. Putting the hurricane forecast out on 228, the 28th. Yep. Oh, I think he was referencing the temps at the beginning of March. Oh, yeah, I guess I could look at that. Stand by. Surface temp. Yeah, that'll do it. All right. I mean, hour 384 looks warm. Is that what you're going for? 90s, right? Is that what you were showing? The idea of 90s around hour 384? It's pool weather. Oh boy. Good times. Good times. All right. Questions, comments, concerns? Got a lot to look forward to. Got a lot to look forward to. Got a lot to work on with that hurricane forecast. Get it put together. All right, people. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Have a great, great, great Monday, February the 17th, President's Day. I will see you tomorrow morning live for Coffee Talks. That sound good? Thank you so much.